Welcome to my channel where we are looking at issues that has to do with 2023 presidential election in particular. There was a story that trended recently, and it was a story by APC leaders. They say that Southwest must vote massively for Asiwaju, Bola Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the APC. It was part of the ethnic betting process that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and some of his campaigners are applying ahead of 2023 presidential election. I have already done a video before where I showed in clear terms that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu has been applying religion and ethnicity as a strategy to win the 2023 presidential election. You can look, if you have not yet watch it, you can look out for it and watch, because it is important to what we are discussing right now. But where we are concentrating today is on the statement by the APC leaders. This story was published in Tinubu's newspaper, The Nation. And after I read the story, I decided to find out what the Yorubas are thinking about it. This kind of ethnic betting that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and APC leaders wanted to apply for the presidential election. So I told myself that let me kind of gauge how the Yorubas, ordinary Yorubas who are the voters, how they feel about it. I decided to take a study of the reaction of those bearing Yoruba names in the commentary box. Let me know what they are thinking about what APC leaders presented to them, so that they can give me a bird eye view of the Yoruba perspective of what APC and that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu want to do with their ethnic, with their ethnicity, in terms of using it to win Southwest. Because obviously they must have done their research and found out that it is difficult for Asiwaju Bola Tinubu to lock down Southwest totally. So therefore, they want to see how they can lock it down using ethnicity. Because in their own thinking, if they can arouse ethnic consciousness among the Yoruba voters, they will be able to have a mileage over peterobi in Southwest, where it is obvious that peterobi is a threat to Asiwaju Bola Tinubu sweeping that region or that zone. Now, I wanted to use this as a test case to understand how the Yorubas think. The average Yoruba man who is on Facebook or who was able to see that particular news. I didn't bother myself to look at what people who are not bearing Yoruba names, their mindset, what they were thinking about the, the story. Because I know that that story was a targeted campaign for Yoruba voters in Southwest. Of course, when I look at the commentary uh, box, what people were saying, what the Yorubas were saying, I didn't have the the opportunity of application of Google Analytics that could have given me a breakdown of where all those Yoruba names were coming from, because I'm talking about Yoruba names that could have been those writing from London, those writing from Ibadan, those writing from Lagos, those writing from Abuja, and elsewhere. Because with Google Analytics and other tools, you can be able to know where everyone is writing from, so that it gives you a better digital marketing analysis of your report. But knowing the importance of feedback in communication, the response of the Yorubas will give me and whoever watches this a better view of whether Yorubas are buying into it or not. So that is what this is all about. So I went to the commentary box and I want to share some of the comments by people who are bearing Yoruba names. Their comments at the commentary box under that story that call on Yorubas, Southwest, which is predominantly Yoruba, to vote massively for Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, so that he could be able to win the 2023 presidential election. Now, before I start reading some of the comments, if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, a Facebook user under the name of Anubenro Samson wrote, he wrote thus: "My future and that of my born and unborn children is more important than voting someone from my tribe." Anubenro Samson, that was he said. He said, my future and that of my born and unborn children is more important than voting someone from my tribe. Philip Olasami, this is what he said, what he wrote. He said, "We are highly obedient in Southwest. If you don't know, we are highly obedient in Southwest. If you don't know, no more tribal politics that is destroying this nation. We want to be free from bad leadership." Another commentator, Ade Sanya Olua Sholafumi, this is what this Facebook commentator wrote under that story, that Southwest should vote massively for Tinubu. He or she wrote, "If I vote bad, not to your benefit. If I vote Obi, not to me and my family benefit. So all man for himself." Another commentator at the under that story by the Nation newspaper. This one is Owoladi Olu Olubu Suye. He said, Peter I know, Peter will I vote for. That was his own conclusion. He says P2B that he knows, and that is the person he is going to vote for. No matter what anybody says. He doesn't believe in tribalism. He says P2B is the one that he knows. That's what he's going to vote for. Another Yoruba commentator, because this particular story drew a lot of attention, even to the Yorubas. And I can tell you for free that the overwhelming majority of the commentaries by the Yorubas under that story, published by the nation, were in support of P2B. P2, the story didn't mention P2B at all, but it's just to galvanize the Yorubas to see Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's presidency as their own. But the comments by the Yorubas shows that the Yorubas are not buying into it. This is another example. Adeleke Sunday Adedeji. This is what he wrote. Why should I vote for incompetent? It is high time we need to stop all this tribal rubbish and let's move this country forward without sentiment. To hell with Tinubu and APC. Emmanuel Mobolaji wrote, we are obedient 100% in Southwest. We are not voting based on tribe, but we are voting based on competence. Because if Nigeria gets it wrong this time, we never pray for such. Then Johnson Kolawole King wrote, in response to that story, he said, minus my vote, not APC again. After these 8 years of total destruction, are Southwest that stupid to cast votes for a worthless party that ruined their life? P2B all the way, proudly Yoruba and proudly obedient. Kolawole said that he is proudly Yoruba and proudly obedient. He is not buying into the tribal sentiment that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his campaigners are selling. Then you have Clement Oluwa Seyi Fumi Aina. He said, why? Just why? Tinubu should be a no-no to any sane individual Nigerian. Not because he's not competent, but because he's APC, and the APC is him. He won't rule alone, but with this old and incompetent hands from his party. Same with PDP. For me, obedience is better than sacrifice. Then Ola Kanmi Solomon. This is what he wrote. We are not for someone, but we are voting for Nigerians' interests. So I personally will not vote for someone who believes it is his own turn to rule. Then you have Martins Olusegun. This is what he wrote. In case you people don't know, Southwest are also obedient. Tinubu will only be a placeholder if APC wins the election. God forbid, another calamity upon Nigeria. So this Martins is not buying into what Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his campaigners were selling to him as a Yoruba person so that he can support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to win 2023 election under because he's a Yoruba man instead of based on his competence. So it shows you that the Yorubas are not buying into what Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is selling. Then you have Bolaji Akimbeje. He said, God bless old age. God bless Asiwaju and give him sound health. But Baba should be resting now. He has achieved a lot. Kingmaker shouldn't be on the queue to be king. It is an insult on his personality. That's the position of Bolaji to the story that Southwest people should vote overwhelmingly for Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Then there's Timi Oyewo. This is what he wrote. He said, don't worry, we will vote for him massively, like we voted for them in Osun State. Then another commentator, Adeosun Olajide, this is what this Facebook user wrote. He said, this is daydreaming. This is not yesterday. People are wise now. When time comes, you will know that Southwest wants to be free from bondage. Another Facebook user, Bamidele Dennis Odafe. Do you need to bribe delegates and buy votes just because you want to serve or steal? For a united Nigeria where fairness and equity reign supreme, capacity, character, and competence, Peter Obi is the choice. So you can see from the few that I picked out of the many, you discover that the Yorubas who commented on that particular story, the thousands of Yorubas, I just picked this, thousands of Yorubas commented on that. And my analysis of it showed that overwhelming majority of the commentators under that story by the nation, I think even the nation will be embarrassed that their newspaper published a story about their boss, and the Yorubas overwhelmingly rejected him, rejected Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Perhaps they thought that they would get positive response, but what they got was overwhelmingly negative. It shows that the Yorubas are actually thinking in the direction of their leaders, the leadership of the Afenifere, who had earlier on endorsed peterobi because of his competence and because the Afenifere believe that based on principle of justice, fairness, and equity, that the next president of Nigeria should come from the southeast. But that is not even the issue now, because even peterobi himself has said it. If you listen to his speech at the NBA conference in Lagos, one of the things he's talked about there, that the presidential election should not be about a tribe, should not be about religion. It should be about competence, about vision, about capacity, about commitment to deliver. It's not just promising, but the competence and the commitment to deliver. The Afenifere believed that he had the competence to deliver. And he's from the part of the country that deserved to be given a chance. And from all indication, the Yorubas are buying into the position of their leaders, the Afenifere. From what I observed from the comments that Yorubas posted under that story by the nation, we say that APC leaders have called on Southwest voters to vote overwhelmingly for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What the Yorubas are demonstrating is high-level sophistication in politics. And they're also showing that Nigeria has outgrown politics of ethnicity and are ready to embrace a new Nigeria based on equity, justice, and fairness, and also competence. It is kudos to the Yorubas for what they are doing, for standing out to be counted, despite the fact that they are being lobbied to support one of their own. But they know that he doesn't have the competence, he doesn't have other qualities that is required to make a good president in the 21st century. So it's a good thing, and many Nigerians will hope that the Yorubas will continue to sustain this tempo, because I have also watched a voting, online voting conducted in Ibadan. Peterobi won Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu among those that were interviewed, who voted, who told the interviewer who they will vote for. So it is becoming very clear. And I have made video before where I say that it will be difficult for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to lock down Southwest due to several reasons, including the fact that Southwesterners are not happy with APC. Like many other Nigerians, they have also suffered under the APC. So it is difficult to sell APC to them, despite Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu being a Yoruba in the ticket. So it is a good development, and we hope that other Nigerians will emulate the Southwest in playing politics based on on information, because it shows exactly that the Yorubas are sophisticated in their thinking and in their actions. They are not ready to vote based on sentiment. It is a good thing, and it gives hope that a new Nigeria will emerge in 2023, and the Yorubas will be at the center of it to see it unfold before our eyes. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you.